Closed out everything.
Closed all the apps out. Oh my God, was somebody already in the live?
I'm over here watching on the thing. You know, I'll be typing.
Oh, people must have just already been in it. Since 9:24, they've already been in it. Hello, guys. Let's see. I'm waiting.
What episode are we doing? 3?
3, episode 3.
Oh, so you just used the same thumbnail from yesterday?
I'm using that same thumbnail because it's a good thumbnail. So
Okay.
for like all of them, but I think I might add to it like episode 3, episode 2, like probably tonight, just so people don't get confused. Hello, guys. I've got Lex here.
Hey.
And we are going live. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the brightness up because I can't see it. Okay, there.
Yeah, it's really bright. So if you can't see me, that's a problem.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Focus, focus, focus. It doesn't want to focus.
Focus, focus, focus.
Okay. So, we are doing episode 3 of Ratched.
Yes, yes.
And we are going to have a little conversation about it. Let me see. What can I do to make this?
Am I too bright?
Yeah. Maybe if I turn the brightness down on my computer?
No, I have this light right here.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like it's been too dark. But I turned it down.
Okay, I turned the there we go. That looks good. Okay, there we go. There we go. That looks good. Much better. Okay. So, episode 3. How does it start out? How does it start out again?
So it started out with a woman, I don't know her name, but with the son. She came down the stairs to meet homeboy that was trying to hook up with Ratched.
And that lives in the motel.
Yeah, at the motel. That lady.
Yeah.
And they were, she flew out because she's putting a hit out on Dr. Hanover.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did something we didn't know yet and left her son, like, handicapped.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, what was the amount?
It was $10,000 to track him down, and then it was $250,000 if he took Dr. Hanover out.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So he said, "Oh, no problem. I should be able to make that happen for that amount."
Mm-hmm.
And she said she wanted to give her son his head
for a birthday.
Yeah.
21st birthday, right? It was his 21st.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, oh, yeah, I can do that for that amount. Like, he was in it. And, like, the lady looks super, super rich. Like, yeah. I mean, clearly she is because she's spending $250,000 on top of $10,000 to do all of this stuff. So she's just a very, very wealthy woman.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know why she's wealthy. Not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, and then after that, he agrees, whatever. Then she leaves. She goes in there and feeds her son. Mm-hmm. And at that point, we realize her son doesn't have, he only has his arms down to his elbow.
Yep.
And his legs down to his knees.
Mm-hmm.
And he has kind of like a little attitude about what he's eating. He wanted what? Boston.
He wanted dessert first. And like she said, like all this different stuff that they had for him for dinner, but he was like, I want dessert first, and he was just like very, he runs the show, and he ended up eating Boston cream pie, and then he like chilled out because he got what he wanted.
Yeah, like a kid. Okay. She gave him his pie, went about her day, and then we go to Mr. Hanover.
Yep.
He's in office. Nurse Bucket comes in and brings him flowers that she picked.
Because she's like, got a crush.
I hate those flowers. They're going to give me a headache. What was the name of them?
Irises, I think, right? Irises?
No, they weren't.
Or violets.
Maybe. Oh, he might have. Oh, so he probably called them something else because he said, "Get those something out of here."
Yeah.
Thought, okay, yeah, they're gonna give me a headache. And so she leaves. She starts to walk out, and he was like, "No, I need you to." Oh no, Nurse Ratched told me that she caught a couple of the ladies
doing some stuff. Yeah, being intimate. So the one lady who already was a lesbian, like the lobotomy or whatever procedure didn't cure her. So, and then it made the other woman, the one that was like the opera singer, it triggered something in her. So they said that they was going to do, that she needed to do a different kind of therapy, and it was the hydrotherapy.
Yes, that's what, he was recommending that.
And so he basically, he made Nurse Bucket in charge of it.
Yeah, she's happy about that.
And then they do the hydrotherapy, right?
Yeah, then they go, Nurse Ratched ends up in Miss Cartwright's room, and she's reading a book, and she's like, "You don't need to read this book. This is not good for why you're here." Then Hank, not Hank, what's his name?
Huck.
He came in and he was like, "Oh, we need to take her somewhere." And she was like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm just bringing her where she needs to go." Where they requested.
Yep.
So then they sneak her into
the bath thing. Yeah.
And the water is 100 and supposed to be 117, but she had it on like 119 degrees. And so they put her in the tub, and then they lock the thing, and she sits in there for 20 minutes, and then they're like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna watch you torture this girl," and they're going back and forth, and
then they put her, and then they put her in the cold one.
They put her in the ice bucket.
And Nurse Bucket is like all about it, like, because she doesn't want to like upset Dr. Hanover. But Nurse Bucket and Huck are both like, this is torture.
Yeah, and they weren't with that, but they had to.
Yeah.
And Nurse Bucket was very, "I'm in charge, don't ask me no questions." That's the last question I answered for you.
Yeah. She was she was going in.
Yeah, it's supposed to have it. She said that she was gonna soak the sodomy right out of her. They call it lesbianism in the show.
Yeah, and that's like part of the times too. Like that's how it was back then. Like people didn't understand that it was, you are born that way. They thought it was like an affliction or a condition that could be cured, but it's not.
Right. Yeah. I didn't even I thought it was still hush hush back then.
Yeah, I think it was hush hush, but like if you got caught, like, because that's what it was revealed, that she was caught by her husband with the neighbor lady.
Yeah.
And so I guess that is what like outed her essentially.
Yeah. That's that.
Yeah.
Then, but before that, oh no, after that, what is her name? The one with the husband, the black husband.
I don't know her. What is her name?
I don't remember her name. But she wakes up with her husband. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be late."
Yeah, it's the press lady for the governor.
Yeah, yeah, her. And her name is a tip of my tongue. I can't think. She wakes up. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be late." He's like, "No, you're not. I got your lunch made. I got your breakfast, your lunch. Just go." And then she ends up going and meeting with the governor, and he tells her she's got to have the death. She needs to go tell Dr. Hanover we need a death penalty
for Edmund.
Yeah. We need him put to death.
Yeah.
And so she wasn't really trying to do it, but then he was like, "Are we clear?"
Yeah.
And we said, "Yeah." After that,
he wasn't with that. Like, he was like, "No, that's what we need."
Yeah, because he's supposed to be making his image.
He wants to look tough.
Yeah, and he's also the governor, so he's got something's on the line.
Yeah.
After that, don't know her name either, but the nurse goes and takes
Dolly.
Dolly. Okay, she goes and takes Edmund his meal.
Yep, and she's not supposed to do that.
But she got down there and did it.
And some things go on down there. And honestly, like, in my opinion, I think Edmund is like playing her, because he knows like he can like seduce her, because she's already like, you know, trying to seduce him, but he's like, let me use that like to get my way.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's got something up his sleeve with her. Like, he's going to use her, and she's going to end up being the dummy for, like, falling for him. Because he's a sociopath. He's a psychopath. Like, he doesn't have real feelings.
Right. Yeah.
So, and then the guard watches, too.
Yeah, the guard is watching, and she calls him called him something on her way out.
Yeah.
And so after that, Huck met up with Ratched and said, "Oh, you know, Dolly just came. She was just down there with Edmund." And she was like, he told her like they were doing some things. She said, "Okay, I'll handle it."
Yep.
And then after that, Dr. Hanover was at the gas station getting gas, and then the man from who was hired for the hit in the beginning, he found him at the gas station and started, dumping.
Yep.
Started on him. He got away.
The back window shattered of Dr. Hanover's car.
The back window was shattered. He got away, and at this point, he realized, okay, she's after me.
Yep.
What else?
And he knows that, like, she's not gonna stop. Like, he's nervous about it. Yeah. And so then, what happens after that?
Then, Nurse Ratched meets with. Hold on, wait. So we have the hit on him, and then Nurse Ratched meets with the man that just had the hit on.
Oh yeah.
Attempted the hit. She met with him back in her hotel again, and this time they went they did a little bit more than the last time.
Yeah, they went further. But while they're like doing what they're doing, like Mildred is still very weird and like having like a scenario.
Right.
And basically we see back in time to when she was like in the service. Like I think she really legitimately like cut off that soldier's leg.
Yeah.
Like so she's like reliving her past while she was a nurse in the war. And so she was like helping this soldier or whatever. And so she was basically like role playing that. And I think the soldier ended up taking advantage of her. But like in her recounting of it and like while she's like role playing with the guy, she's dreaming about she's thinking about the like what who was the governor's press lady. She's thinking of her.
Okay, yeah.
And so that's like kind of shows that like so Ratched maybe really is attracted to women.
Yeah.
And then the guy is like kind of creeped out.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was saying some strange things.
He was like, this is the weirdest thing. Because she was like trying to make it seem like, let's do it again. And he was like, honestly,
you're the worst.
Yeah, you're the worst lay I've ever had. And this is weird. Like, he didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And so then Nurse Ratched was like, looking sad.
And he went on.
Yep. And then he left. And then, yeah.
After that, the press lady and her husband, they go out and have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And he's inviting her to, I guess they had something going on.
It was like a wine tasting. He invited her to a wine tasting.
I guess with their friends.
His boss.
His boss.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, okay, no, what are we doing? Like, why are we still together?
Yeah.
And then he was like, so her husband is gay and she likes women. And they're just married just for this front.
Like for appearances. So neither one of them, like both of them can be successful and both of them can like live like a normal seeming life so they don't disrupt society and they can just like do what they want. Like they allow each other to cheat essentially. Mm-hmm. And you could tell, I knew the second I saw him and the way he was talking to her and he was saying you need to use the mineral powder because it's raining. I knew he was gay. Yeah. Because he was like, your pores are enlarged. Like Vaughn would he doesn't even know what pores are, I don't think. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, or like what makeup somebody should use. So I already kind of knew. But then it's confirmed at this dinner that they're both like living a lie essentially. Yeah. But then she's like, I can't do this anymore.
And then he was like, oh, you at least need to give me till, you need to think about that. At least for a day, because whatever, make sure, you need to really think about that.
So is it like a girl show or can you watch it with your significant other? You could watch it with your significant other. But, I mean, this is definitely not a show that Vaughn is into, but that's not like, that doesn't mean anything. Your husband or boyfriend or significant other will probably watch it too.
Yeah, it's not a girl show.
No, it's like...
But not the kids though. I wouldn't want it. No, I wouldn't want my kids to see it. It's too much gay stuff in there for the kids.
There's just like a lot of adult themes. So I wouldn't let, obviously like high schoolers it's fine, but young kids, no, you wouldn't want them watching this. And it's like creepy too. So it's just not for children.
No.
But then after they so he's like, you need to think about it, and I think she kind of agrees. Or like, you don't
Yeah.
really see. And then is that when and then next is what, she admits that she can't stop thinking about Mildred Ratched.
Yeah. But she didn't know her situation,
Mm-hmm.
but
She'd like to see.
yeah. Right.
And then she
Mm-hmm.
kind of like and then he storms off, and then she like takes like a big sip of her drink. We're talking about Ratched on Netflix. It's a series. And then what happens after that?
After that, then Dr. Hanover is lying to Bucket about what happened. She's like, "Oh, do you?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, what happened to the car?" He's like, "Oh, some kids." Blame it on some kids.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, well, we can keep our eye out for them.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't come in here into the hospital."
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
he was lying about that.
And then Ratched comes in.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. And then Nurse Bucket is saying like the one girl that they did the hydrotherapy for, she's saying, "Oh, you cured her," because I think Ratched and Huck told her like pretend that you're cured, like you're not, you don't have these feelings anymore. I think that's what probably like happened. I don't know for sure because it wasn't shown. But then she's like I'm, and then that's when Nurse Bucket says she's no longer having fantasies about the neighbor lady that ruined her marriage.
Yeah.
And so, but then like you would think Dr. Hanover would be like, okay, stop the therapy, but no, he said 2-3 times a week, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 times a day or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Oh, that's so terrible. It's torturing the poor girl.
Yeah. So okay. After that, when he came in and he was lying about what happened to his car, and Nurse Bucket was like, "Oh, I don't know his name, but the man in the first episode that they had that Ratched had got to
oh yeah,
and they took him down to the incinerator. His family had called about him, so Nurse Bucket was asking doctor like, what's going on with this guy? The family said that he left here, but he didn't make it there. And then Nurse Ratched overheard, and she stepped in right at the time and was like, "Oh, don't we have dinner, doctor?"
Yeah.
And she got mad. She was like, "Do not interrupt." And
she was like, "I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but you better stop."
Yeah. And so she was like, "Oh, we got a responsibility. This was our patient." And then Nurse Ratched just came in and shut it down. And then they really did go out to dinner.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, how does dinner? What do you want to go to dinner for real?"
Yeah.
Well, no. So they did go to dinner. They ended up going to dinner.
The same place that she went with the press lady.
Uh-huh.
The same restaurant.
And Nurse Ratched had kind of knew something was up.
Yeah.
Because she's really smart.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Who's after you?"
Yeah.
And he tried to deny it. And then he just like spilled the tea.
He told everything. And basically, the really rich lady who hired the hitman, her son had an issue and would like prick people. Like he liked to like poke people with needles. I was like, that's so weird. But then it started getting like progressively worse. And so she brought in Dr. Hanover, who had a different name then. and it was like, hey, can you help fix him? And so the kid obviously has issues, so he basically like drugged Dr. Hanover because he knew Dr. Hanover was drugging him, and he like overdosed basically Dr. Hanover. And Dr. Hanover was like, "Oh my god, like I tried to help him." And so the kid was like, "My arms are not my arms." He's like, "I need my arms back." And to chop the arms off.
The gardener.
So he chopped his own arms off, and he chopped the gardener's arms off, and so then he wanted Dr. Hanover to put the gardener's arms back onto his arms, and obviously Dr. Hanover is drugged out of his mind, can't do it correctly, and so then he finishes the procedure, gives him morphine, and bounces.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically, obviously, it got infected. His arms got infected, and the infection spread to his legs. So they had to chop off his legs too. So it wasn't totally Dr. Hanover's fault in like the telling of his story, but like he did what he had to do, and he knew he had to go away. And then he knew like the mom is not gonna stop until like he's a goner.
Yeah, and Dr. Hanover is his real name isn't his real name. He's got a different name, and that's his real name, Doctor something.
I forget what it is. I think it's an anagram. I think you like just like mix up the letters in his name, and it makes it Dr. Hanover or whatever. But and then basically Ratched like agrees that she'll help him and hide him.
Yeah.
So, and we'll see more about that.
Help you. I can help you.
Yeah.
We can get out of this.
It sounds like a messed up show. It's not really like a messed up show. It's just like very twisty.
Yeah, lots of twists and turns.
Lots of twists and turns. Not everything. Yeah, and not everything is what it appears. What were you saying?
I said, just think of American Horror Story.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's like a very creepy show. It's a good show. I recommend watching it, and it's a really, really good, interesting show, and you can finish it pretty easily. It's what, only 8 episodes?
Yes, 8. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can finish that. I mean, I try to finish in a day, but that doesn't always happen. But you could finish it in a weekend or something, or like 8 days if you watch an episode a day.
Yeah, I don't like it when they be dropping 1 episode a week. That's why I like Netflix, because we can watch it all.
You can watch it all at once. And that's why, like, if there's a show that, like, I like watching, I'll, like, let the season go totally, and then I'll, like, watch it all.
See, I can't withhold for that long.
Yeah. No. Well, it depends on how many episodes it is. Like, for Housewives, I just end up watching the one. I'll watch the 1 episode a week. Because there's like 24 episodes. So I'm going to be waiting.
For like 8 months.
Yeah, I'm going to be waiting.
Oh, wow. Stop it.
Yeah. So I can't do that.
Although I was impressed with Greenleaf, because Greenleaf started in June and it was like 8 episodes, and then they dropped on Netflix pretty quick. Normally, like with American Horror Story and these other shows, they don't drop until a year.
Yeah.
Till the next season comes on. So when I saw Greenleaf drop, I was like, wow, like it dropped like within the month.
Yeah. You know what I might end up having to do? I might end up needing to do the whatchamacallit, the rewatch American Horror Story Apocalypse.
Which one was that?
That's the most recent one. That's the last one.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Was it the last one, or was 1984 the last one?
1984.
Okay, well, I need to watch. I need to rewatch Apocalypse.
Wait, because I'm thinking Apocalypse was the one where there was Sarah Paulson on it, Apocalypse, and she had the girlfriend, right? Remember that one? Or that wasn't Apocalypse?
That was Asylum.
Asylum, no. Asylum was like 1 or 2.
What? Okay, wait. So like, cause I never finished watching Apocalypse. Apocalypse was the one with the like the world ends and they go to this bunker.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Where Sarah Paulson, she has like a whole wife, and they go, and then So you're not talking about the last one from last year. You're talking about the one before that.
Okay, yeah, because I watched 1984. I honestly didn't really like 1984. I didn't like that they added the Night Stalker to it because like that's like a real life thing that happened. So I didn't like that. I don't know why.
So the one where they went to the camp?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't even because it just I haven't finished that.
Yeah, I gotta watch not Asylum, because I've watched all of those. I watched all of them. I didn't really watch Freak Show though. I don't think I ever like finished Freak Show.
What?
I don't know why I never really watched it. Coven was my favorite season though. Coven was my favorite.
A lot of people say that, but it's not mine.
What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I like the beginning ones, like Asylum,
Murder House,
Freak Show. I like that type. To me, that's like, I don't know. I like that one, and I like that lady. What's her name? Jessica something. Like
Jessica Lange. She's a boss. I love her.
Yeah, she was like, I think when she left, that's when the different, because you can see like the different kind of vibes as they go.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so what happened after Doctor met with her and confessed everything?
That was it. That was the end of the episode.
No, there had to have been something after that.
Because I just got done watching it. She just agreed that she would help him.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay. That was it. Wow.
We went through that one pretty quick. But that's a good thing though, because my phone is actually gonna die. Someone said Jessica Lange is a G. Yeah, she is. She's a really good actress.
Yeah, I don't know why they made the decision or what happened there.
I don't know. I think she didn't want to do it anymore.
Wow.
Which is annoying because she's really good. But I heard something about her joining again or whatever. And then I didn't like that. I miss Evan Peters too. Evan Peters he's like a really good actor.
Which one is that?
He's the one that plays like Tate. And then he was the one that was like the cult leader. The councilman. And his sister was like a Democrat and he was a Republican. Like it was all about like the election and stuff.
Oh, did he have like the blue hair?
Yeah, he had the blue hair.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I think he's gonna be in this like coming season. But I don't remember what the theme was. I think it's aliens this time.
Oh. I didn't even know they dropped it.
They dropped like a teaser back like in February or something.
Really?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, because back in February I saw, like, I just keep saying like it's not really it's like pieces, but not enough to. Like I think I saw them like by the water. Was that this year? Where I had saw like a beach or something. I can't remember.
Hi, Christian. I don't know. Let me see. AHS 2020. Let's see. Oh, this is the teaser. Yeah, it is aliens.
We're talking about Ratched on Netflix. Oh, let me see it.
Can you see on my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. This doesn't seem right. Oh.
I like the hotel though. That one was pretty big.
Yeah. Someone said this is the most boring AHS teaser ever.
It is.
This said, I think maybe something with the ocean. Maybe it would be cool if they involved the Bermuda Triangle, if it is with the ocean. And then this person said, my guess is this season focuses on Lovecraftian horror and pays tribute to Stephen King with its small town New England setting. It will probably use tropes lifted from his books. I don't know. I thought there was like another. Is this the other teaser? There's another teaser.
Maybe I've not seen it, but I haven't seen any familiar faces yet.
Me either. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
That must be it. It says it.
I'm gonna have to do some research on it tonight and see what I can find. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live because I think my phone is going to die. But tomorrow we will be doing season 4 recap, probably around the same time, 9:30. And then once this is processed or whatever, I'm gonna put Lex's channel link in the description, so to go check out Leakin' Lex. And tomorrow I'm gonna make sure my phone is more charged so we can do some questions, like a Q&A afterwards, or maybe we should just do another live sometime, doing just like questions instead of just recaps. But we only have after tomorrow, we only have 4 more recaps.
Yeah.
So we can get some of the recaps done, and then we can go on to Q&A type things. So thank you guys for watching this recap. Go check out Leakin' Lex's channel. The link will be in the description down below. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.